Alright, so as you can see, we're going to begin episode 19 off with an 84 plus Rotating Knockout upgrade pack. As you can see, we've got a bunch of players now going into this pack here. Now, obviously, Christian Teo is a storyline player, but I'm never really going to use him. It's only got one player style. It's not exactly the best player in the world. It would be decent, but again, it's a player that I'm willing to sacrifice him with everyone else here on this team. As obviously, we completed Garnacho last episode, and we don't need Diaz or Martinelli right now. And we can just get rid of those, and we can buy him back if we need to anyway. So I'm going to send us off here. And I'm actually recording this before I finished the episode before this one, episode 18, because I'm going to just discard all the players that we did pack, just get rid of them, because I might put them into a gold upgrade or something. But yeah, I'm going to do this, and we're going to get this to open at the start of this episode. And we're going to open the 84 Road to the Knockout upgrade pack here right now in this episode, right at the very start of it, because I'm not going to make you guys wait for it, because this player could go straight into the team depending on who it is, or we could put them on a bench or whatever. Just hoping it's a decent player, you know what I mean? Someone that's actually worthwhile, hoping they can get upgrades and stuff like that. If it's someone just not usable, it'd be rather annoying that we did it. But the 84 Road to the Knockout Portuguese Leao. No, it's Pedro Gonçalves. I will take Pedro Gonçalves because I used him in my Olympic Lyon Crow mode, and he is absolutely incredible in this game, dribbling wise. And if he gets upgrades with Sporting, it's not the greatest player we could have got, but honestly, this guy is incredible in this game. 4-star, good long shots, incredible dribbling. If you want to see why, look at all the stuff he has as well, like all the play styles. This guy, if he gets upgraded even more, and I think Sporting should do decent in the Europa League. I'm not sure how well they're doing right now, but I imagine they should be decent. So let's hope Chavez is usable at some point. Right, so for the gameplay in this episode, which got a lot of to get through, as you can see in this game, I was already 2-1 up. For some reason, I just forgot to press record. I thought I was recording, to be honest, when I started this game, but I gave away a penalty there. I didn't feel like that was a penalty, to be fair. So he wasn't really the most physical challenge, but he has a penalty here with Rosicki, who he then goes down the middle, and I save it with Jan Oblak here. And yeah, this episode's a bit of a frustrating one. As you'll see, I'm playing some Champions games. These are Champions qualifiers. I've got 2 or 3 games here in this episode, and this game's a win, and the other 2 are losses. And when you see the games, you will question, like I did myself, how I actually lost those games. Because the amount of chances I had compared to the chances I conceded, I'm not sure how that was a penalty, to be fair, as well. That was just one of the, this game was a very weird one. This is how the qualifiers have been. The gameplay just felt, I don't know. It just felt extremely strange. I've not really had fun playing it, to be honest. Which is why I've never really done champs before in the past. But a nice Panenka there by Madison. And the reason why I never did champs before is because I've had this frustrating and just the sweaty and unfun it is. You know what I mean? If you're winning, then sure, but you're still not really playing to have fun. You're playing to win. You know what I mean? You can't go for bicycle kicks. You can't go for all these incredible skill runs and stuff like that. And you can't really do that in this game anymore anyway. Back in the day, you could get a Brazilian 5-star team that's a bunch of silvers and golds, and just send it into divisions and try to score as many great goals as you can. And it's been many years since that was the case. But we get a win here. That's a 3-2 win over this guy, and that's obviously a great win here. We're going to this game up against this team, a 4-2-4, and that team, I just thought to myself, yeah, this game's going to be a long one, and it turned out to be a long one. And I want to actually talk about the state of the game as it is right now, because I just feel like goalkeepers, they need to be better coming out, you know what I mean? The fact that goalkeepers, when they come out, either run past the defender, or you can just walk past them. But a Trivela there by Jared Bowen, which I didn't expect to score because it's on his left foot, curling away from goal. I'm not sure how I did score that, but I did, luckily for me. But Bowen here, as you can see, a nice bit of footwork, gets it into Madison, and again, that's what you'll see in this episode. Chances like that, where I'm aiming top corner, and it goes straight at the keeper. And then a chance like this happens against me, where I played a pass into the open space and it's kicked it straight into their player. They get one through ball, throw and goal, get a corner, and score it. You know what I mean? That's how it's been for me recently. I'm not losing games to actual open play goals. I'm losing games to a corner, to a random penalty, stuff like this, where the ball just ricochets and falls perfectly back to him. And it was just one of those games. So luckily I get the ball out with Tchouaméni there, and Alvarez has scored. Trivela here with him, I believe. Yes, I do. There we go. Trivela into the top corner with Julian Alvarez to make it 2-2. But this game, as I said earlier, this game's a loss. And again, how is that a goal? I've stood in front of the player before he's played the pass, so I should be blocking the pass, and it's still gone through. And then they scored. I can see. I feel like the meta right now is. I just feel like this game is definitely not the most fun. Again, that should be a goal. Luckily, I scored it. We got Nacho, but that first shot with Alvarez, they got 90 plus shooting. Should be scoring. And there's no way I shouldn't be scoring. If I had Ronaldo Ronaldo there, that's a goal. But because it's Julian Alvarez, for some reason it goes straight at the keeper. But Bowen Hirsch gets into Garnacho. I hit another fake shot there. He misses keeper. Misses the goal completely wide open, and I made it 4-3 here. And yeah, this game, as I mentioned, this game is a loss. I couldn't tell you how I lost this game. Like, look at this chance here. What is this? I put in a short barge and Justin Kluivert. My defender just does absolutely nothing. And then Memphis Depay is completely open in the box. It's a time to chest it down and then volley it top corner. And then I somehow lose the ball here. Like, and then he scores here, by the way. As you can see, Camavinga blocks it there. Got a force to Kluivert, through to Jeremy Doku, who then he just whacks it with there, and it's a goal. He didn't do anything there. You know what I mean? He got lucky that he won the ball back accidentally. I don't want to be one of these YouTubers that sit there and complain about the game, but this game right now, Ultimate Team wise, isn't fun. You know what I mean? I'm not having fun playing it. Even playing rivals where I can win majority of games, I'm not having fun. As you can see, this through ball goes around my keeper and scores. At this point, I was like, yeah, no, I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Like, this game is just, it is where it is, and it is just strange. I just don't want to complain. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit around and complain for like 10 plus minutes, but I have to. You know what I mean? And it's not going to do anything. It's just kind of venting to get it off my chest. You know what I mean? So I feel better in a way. But it's just one of those things where, like, how did I lose this game 6-4? How did I lose it in general? Like, he didn't score nice goals. He scored a corner. He scored, like, that goal. You can be like, no, Oblak should have saved that, actually, as we'll see here. This should be a save every day of the week from a keeper. There's not much room to play that ball into, and he somehow find the space in between the keeper and Joshua Gvardiol. Gvardiol should have stopped that as well. Like, that goal shouldn't have happened. And this goal here with Bowen was that's the luckiest goal I scored. That Trivela there, that's the luckiest goal I scored. But it still takes a bit of skill. But this corner here, what I found with corners is the man marking the guy in the middle that people always put the corner into. He doesn't defend. Your centre back you have there, you can't select them to defend, and they don't lock onto the ball. So when someone whips the ball into a play they were decent jumping, they don't even have to be the best at jumping or heading. And this one as well, like, Militao should be, why is he jumping? You know what I mean? Why has he jumped into that challenge? Just sit on the floor. It's not going to go in the air. And then that goal happened. But, like, you just can't defend with that centre back. You can't put a player on that striker or defender who's there to, like, challenge the header. You just have to hope that either your keeper comes out and collects it, or one of your other defenders does something about it. Because if not, 99% of the time, you will concede. And again, this goal here, Gvardiol runs into Kluivert, bodies him, and then is somehow fully controlled, played that pass, and Depay chests it down, and Camavinga here is directly in front of Depay. He keeps running for whatever reason. Like, he should have stopped here, and he blocks it. Right, stop right there, and that's a block. Why has he kept going? It's just one of those things where, like, I just feel like it's just the same thing. This here as well. Why is one of my defenders all the way back and the rest of step forward? You know what I mean? Like, that happens so much in every game. One through ball, hits it, and just scores. Like, again, goalkeepers, what is Oblak doing here, man? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't expect him to save that. You know, like, that's a goal that he could be like, okay, fair. The finish of it is decent from Doku. But again, look how easy it is here. He just goes round, like, why is Oblak sliding on his arse and going towards the player? Why is he not going on his side to, like, smother the ball and take the ball off him? We're going to the third and final game of the episode. Again, another loss. And I'm playing against this formation so much, by the way, and you'll see this game again. This was like 20 minutes later after the last one. I can see I scored some nice goals. Again, that should be a goal there. I didn't get how I didn't score that. If that's against me, that's a goal, but for me, it's not a goal. And yeah, it's just, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but at the same time, again, how is that not a goal? Alvarez there, that should have been a finish. That should have been easy, back of the net, no questions asked, 1-0, you know what I mean? And then what do we do from here? Alvarez plays it over here to Maddison, and he gets inside, wins a penalty. Do I score this pen? I get a feeling like I do score this pen. If I remember correctly, I scored this pen, but I might not score the pen. Maddison takes it and buries it. Yeah, I do score the pen. Love to see it. And then we go down the wing here with Jarrod Bowen, who I do like, by the way. Kudus has gone up to an 86 now, so I'm not sure whether to return into the team. Obviously, he's got less shooting and passing. But that should be a goal again. I should be 3-4-0 up in this game. And it should have been dead and buried. But I can see one pass, one through ball, most satisfying goal, run a couple of feet and shoot, goal. That's how simple it is against me. You know what I mean? But it's not that simple for me. You know what I mean? Apparently my opponents, goalkeepers can save absolutely everything unless I put it top corner or rifle it past them like that with Alvarez. And their defence just is the most compact and best defence in the world. But my defence just watches people run past them and just lets them through and doesn't do anything about it. And it's not really something that you can change in like custom tactics either. And that header there from Militao could have been a goal. It's going away from goal, but I've seen harder headers than that go in against me. But here, like Kyle Walker gets that, and Oblak fortunately makes it save, but that's a goal I would concede. I got fortunate there that Oblak made that save for once. Like that's usually a goal that I do concede, but Alvarez here is doing quite well. I was winning this game at this point, and Bowen there shoots and makes it 3-1. But at this point in this game, by the way, it's switched. Like, yeah, I'm 3-1 up in this game. You would imagine that this goes on to be like 6, 7, you know what I mean, whatever, to me. But for some reason, my team just stopped. They went, you know what, it's 3-1, sorry. Let's stop defending, and let's stop being good on attacks. Like, how is João Pedro bodying Joshua Gvardiol? Like, it should never happen. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now they go on the attack here with Garnacho. I can't remember what really happens there. Oh yeah, wins the work with head to bed and get the ball back. I'm trying to remember what happens there. It's been a little bit of time in between. And get the ball over and scored in with Bowen. And you think, okay, it's 4-2. You're back in control of the game. This should be, you know, beginning of the end for the other person. But no. This game went, we're going to do everything in our power to ensure that you lose this, including Julian Alvarez not putting any power behind that chip shot, even though it was like 3.5 bars of power. Bernardo Silva hits it here from range, deflected over the bar. And yeah, he just gets the ball to Salah. One through ball into Rodrigo, runs in between a defender, shoots, and Oblak fortunately saves that. But I believe he gets a corner here. Oh, this goal. I actually wanted to, if I wasn't winning, I would have quit after this game. This goal, sorry. Look at this. Like, what is that? Why has Oblak gone out for that and just not collected it in the first place? Like, why has he tried to punch it? And how has Salah even got to that header to begin with? And he just runs down the wing here with Bellerin, I think it was. Plays it over to Rodrigo, even though I've marked it. And that's somehow a penalty. I blocked the shot, like won the ball, and the contact is just a follow through. And that's somehow a penalty. I don't like, and he scores his pen by the way to make it 4-4. And like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just not having fun, really. Like, I'm genuinely not having fun playing Ultimate Team. It's not been fun since like, well, really the start in a way. But like, when everyone realised this meta, and as you can see here, like, I was 3-1 up at one point, and now I'm 5-4 down. Yeah, and he scores a header with João Pedro, who out jumps like a defender with more jumping and more heading capabilities than him. And then this chance isn't a goal somehow. As you can see, I go with Son, get it into Kubo, and he puts that wide somehow. And that's at this point I know I was going to lose. And watching this back, it's still demoralising because like these should have been 3 wins in this episode. You know what I mean? It should have been 3 wins, comfortable wins, and I would have been alright. This game, there's issues with this game, but I'm winning, so I'm not really the most mad about it. But Sunday, if that's against me, that's a goal, 100%. But Addison saves it, and then a corner whipped in here. I believe it's whipped in. Yeah, I move Militao, hoping I can get to that, and then his defenders do something about that. I head it over. Julian Alvarez just puts everything behind the header, and then it just gives it to Militao, to Walker, to Tchouaméni. I turn here with Son, get it into Alvarez, and how is that not a goal? I'm aiming near post, and he hits it straight at the keeper. That should be a goal every day of the week. And Bernardo Silva here gets in behind, plays it into Maddison. I score there, and at this point I was like, okay, maybe one more chance, but nah, he just kicked it around the back for the rest of the game, and I ended up losing. So that's going to call it for this episode. I'll send you to the outro, but yeah, it's been a long day. Alright, so that's going to call it for this episode. The gameplay in the background due to those 2 games in Champs. World Champs qualifiers I somehow lost. And yeah, I just don't understand with Champs how like I can go from like easily beating people in Div Rivals all the time. You know what I mean? I can easily get wins in Rivals with this team. And the second I go into Champs, it's like this team just isn't this team anymore. Like it just doesn't play the same football. Like maybe I need to switch to like the meta formation, which seems to be the 5 midfielders. You know, the 3 midfielders and the 2 wingers, which is just your midfielders just compact. And I don't know what I need to do, man. Like, we've almost fully evolved Trivaldiol. Obviously, we have a new evolution out with the fullbacks for the triple threat. We also have to do on Nabry. I think I want to do it on Nabry just for a bit of fun. You know, as a card that we can have on a bench and stuff like that. Maybe instead of Mateus Cunha, he can be there. And yeah, just going to call it for this one. So if you've gone to enjoy it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so don't miss any videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.